Hello fellow food tubers, my name is Juju and welcome to my channel JuJu's Recipes. I hope you guys are feeling for some island flavor today because on today's episode we will be cooking the very simple yet delicious recipe of red beans and rice, JuJu style of course, with the quick soak method. Now this is such a popular side dish in the Caribbean when you're eating your curry chicken, stewed chicken, jerk, fried fish, you name it. So you'll be amazed at how simple and easy it is to include in majority of your meals. Just so you all know, this particular recipe serves 6 to 8 people. So with that all said, let's get this recipe started and bring out the stars of the show, the ingredients. First up, we have 1 cup of red kidney beans, 2 cups of washed parboiled rice, 1 cup of chopped up onions, 2 tablespoons of green seasoning, recipe link is on the top right, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of minced ginger, and here we have 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic and herb seasoning. Next, 2 chicken bouillon cubes, 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt, adobe seasoning is what I'm using, 3.5 cups of water, and finally 2 tablespoons of olive oil or canola oil. Now that we have all the ingredients together, it's time to cook. First, we're going to wash and sift through the red kidney beans, discarding any dirt or pebbles we may come across. Then we're going to drain the water from the final wash and transfer the beans into a cooking pot, which we will be pouring up to 1 inch of water over the beans. Then turn on the stove to medium-high to bring the beans to a boil. Next, when it hits the boiling point, we're going to add the 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt and stir it up a bit and allow the beans to cook up for 15 minutes on a boil. Once 15 minutes is up, let's turn off the stove and add 1 out of the 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and stir. Then we're going to allow this to sit for 1.5 to 2 hours in the pot covered, preferably 2 hours. Once that time is up, we're going to drain and set aside the bean broth, that's what I like to call it, for later on. As for the red beans, we can have that on standby since we'll be using it shortly. Now at this time, we're going to turn back on the stove on medium to high heat and pour in 2 tablespoons of the olive oil or canola oil, shake it around a bit. Then we're going to put in the 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and 1 cup of chopped up onions. Let's stir this up a bit, then cover the pot for about 3 to 4 minutes as the garlic and onions take on a brown roasted look. Once we have that roasted look, we're going to put in the 1 teaspoon of minced ginger and 2 tablespoons of green seasoning, then mix it all together. Now at this time, we're going to add in the red beans that we had on standby and mix this into our mixture. After that, we're going to add in the 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic and herb seasoning, and 2 teaspoons of salt, and mix that all in. After mixing that together, we're going to get that bean broth and pour it into the pot with the beans. Let's give it a good stir, and then we're going to cover the pot on medium-high heat and allow this to cook up for 60 minutes. When 60 minutes is up, we will need to turn off the stove and let it sit for 15 minutes. Once we've allowed it to cook for 60 minutes and sit for 15 minutes with the stove off, we're going to turn back on the stove to medium-high, then add in the rice and pour in additional water, which will be enough to cover the rice 1.5 inches above, and give it a quick stir. When done, we're going to cover the pot and allow it to cook out for 15 to 20 minutes so there will be no straining. Just to note, midway into the boiling of the rice, we will drop in the 2 chicken bouillon cubes, give it a quick stir, seal it with the cover until the full 20 minutes is up. Time is up. We're going to turn off the stove and allow the rice and beans to sit for 15 minutes before serving. 15 minutes is up and we are done. Here we have it, fellow foodies, red beans and rice. We can just scoop up a little and feel the texture of the beans by pressing down. It should have its bean form, yet soft and of course yummy. Perfect. As always, it was a pleasure. Can't wait to cook with you guys next time here at JuJu's Recipes.